I'm looking for my live on my other phone so I can see if it looks like absolute garbage. Let's see how this goes. Should be able to find myself. What the heck? Huh. I'm going to notify myself. What up? We're trying this again. Evidently, technology fails me whenever I need it. So I'm going to look at my other phone real quick and see if I can find my live. Let me know if it's too much of a potato and I'll just give up for the night. Huh. Well, heck. Can't find my... Oh, nope, that's not my live. That's not my live. Oh, well, I'm going to have to rely on you guys to... Alright, so... What we're doing tonight... I'm popping the holes out to the pin size on the distal links. When I ordered these from PCBWay, they were ganged together in little groups of 5. So I had 4 sprues that were 100 thousandths diameter by about an eighth of an inch long, and that's how they were all together. And the reason I did that is because the price for one, they were stacked up like this. So the price for one was the same as price for 5. So what I did, I just, batched the CAD together until I saw the price move. Let me see if I can find a live yet. I really like to see, what it's looking like, if it's looking like garbage. Not sanded parts. Oh well. Well, guys, let me know if it's turned out too much like garbage. So anyways, I'm popping the holes. I have like 100 of them to do that I have to pop 2 holes twice. Because on these SLS parts, the holes aren't like really round. They're kind of... I mean, it's a hole, but it's not round by any means. So I'm going to be popping those, then cleaning the little groove for the circlip, and then taking the edge off of the sprue. So I got like 100 of those to do tonight. And then I'm on my printers, I'm waiting for the vice jaw fixtures for the metacarpal bases. That'll probably be tomorrow's thing. Doing metacarpal bases, opening up the little window. I'll be doing that on the Shinzo mill. And then after that, then it'll be the proximal 1s, and then probably the proximal 2s. So, I'll keep doing these lives just so you guys can kind of see what goes into it. So one of the guys that I'm building a hand for is going to be coming out, I think it's the second week of May for a couple days. I'm going to try to have something like mostly ready for him. You know, hopefully. But it'll be exciting. He's, I don't know, I've been talking to him for a while. I'm trying to get... Oh, that's awesome. Which part? Missing parts or cancer or... Whew. That gets a little bit spicy. Oops, dropped one. Awesome, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate it. No way, awesome, thank you. You're the best, dude. Jacob is my new best friend, awesome. Ooh, spicy. Hello, Timmy. What up, Timmy 376? I'm doing good. Trying to get all these little batches of parts done for my hand so it feels like I'm actually making progress on this thing. There's a bunch of, I went and I ordered a bunch of parts back in December before I went off for Super Bowl and stuff. And it's such a daunting thing, having a couple hundred parts. Well, more than a couple hundred parts, probably 700 parts they're needing, post work on them in order to do anything with them. And that's kind of where I'm at now. So I've been trying to just, every night around, 5 o'clock Pacific, stop my regular work and hop on and start doing these parts for a couple hours. I mean, it's like, here I'm drilling probably 400 holes. And then I'll be sanding these parts. Some of these holes end up getting a heat affected zone. It becomes a lot, really. Originally, the idea of it was to have the end user do this, but then after talking to a bunch of the people that I was going to be building these for, none of them are like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to, so in order to just make sure everybody has the best success with it, I'm ending up taking more money from the OSB because of just the time I put into it. But, it ends up adding significant hours, doing this post-processing stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to do these distal links out of the 3D printed mag aluminum again. They're kind of soft. I mean, the nice thing is they'll Cerakote all the same color. but I'm not sure that's going to be super, super important. All right. So, first set of holes are done. Now, so those were done with a number 42 drill bit, 0.09, or was it 0.095 about. And then I finish it up with a, like a 41 that's kind of, worn down. We're aiming for, what would that be? 75, 85, 92. 75? No, 75, 85, 95, 96. So 96 and a half thousandths. So tonight I'm making the distal links. I ordered a bunch of parts from PCBWay. They're who does my metal printing for me. And I had these ganged together in a gang of 5 because the price to have one made was the same as to have, 5 of them made. So I just had 5 of them made at a time. And, I was really happy with the price. I'm a little concerned with the tariffs and stuff, what it's going to be for the next batch of stuff that I order. Because right now, so on the last stuff that I ordered, it was $5,000 worth of stuff. And I ended up getting hit with a $1,600 tariff, which sucked because I was not counting on that tariff, but whatever. So, but with the new tariff, and that was back in December. So, but with the new tariff, as of right now, it's 170%. So that means, your $5,000 worth of parts now come with a $7,000 tariff to go with it. So I'm kind of figuring that out. As I remember, I think I have to sharpen this drill bit. All right, hold on a second. I got to sharpen this drill bit. All right, back on it. So this is, yeah, it's pretty sharp. Well, we'll see how sharp it is. I'm going to see if if I can pick up my live now and see if I can see how garbage this thing is going. Let's see, Ian Davis is, I don't want to see history, I want to see now. How do you know when I'm live? Oh, there I am, 34 watching, awesome. Sweet. Okay. So, popping this hole out to the pin size now, which, here is the length of pin that I'm using. It's, I end up using 1045 music wire. So, Here we go. Woo! Okay, so that's gonna work. Heck yeah, Timmy. You know, maybe we'll do medials tonight too. I've got like 100 of those to do. It'll be super cool when all of these fingers are all done. Then it's just assembling them onto the mounting rails. Although I'm still working on a couple things on the splay for the linkage. I mean, the design I have right now works, but there are a couple things I don't really like about it. I don't like how it hangs out past the pinky. So I'm working on a different leverage system that will allow me to, I don't know, where it'll just work a little bit differently. I suppose I can show you guys actually drilling the holes. Oh, did you text me on Patreon about you're working on a device? Is that you? Awesome, yes. No, I did see that. So Patreon won't let me actually look at it on my phone anymore. So I gotta look at it on my laptop, but I got the gist of the message. And yeah, no, I'd love to help you out. So some issues with the forearm cuff is, eventually I want to get to doing all of the sockets out of 3D printed. Right now I'm working at doing the palm socket, partly out of like a PET G and partly out of like Color Fab or Recreus Filaflex 60. And I'm working on that. So actually at Rapid, yeah, no, you kind of get locked in on this stuff. I mean, it's just monotony. You know, when you got to do 100 of them, it's, you get used to it. All right, 4 more to go. That is my favorite one right there. Oh my gosh, my back hurts. All right, and that one goes on just the same as the other ones. You know, if you want to be super just but good sample of those. I think they'll all work. So now I just have to sand the little pips off the sides of them. So, awesome. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go grab the bag of medials, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, had a printing emergency too. My bamboo failed me tonight, guys. It made garbage. Absolute garbage. I was making some... Yeah, no, I have a machine shop. The front shop's like 4,000 square foot. The back shop's like 2,600 square foot. Oh. So I got a bag of medials now. Like I said, we still gotta sand the pips, but I think I'll hold off on doing that for till later on tonight. Let me go get a box. All right. Put all these distal links in a box, and I will sand them later. Yeah, no, I cheat with glue stick all the time. I mean, I run glue stick just every time. God, my internet sucks tonight, guys. I am sorry. I am still working on figuring something out for internet here. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere BFE, and cell phone only gets me so far. So, I guess the next thing we got is to drill the holes in the medials. So, like I said, I got 100 of those. Whenever you're doing things like these, always be sure to check your drill bit size. So 75 and 14. It's expensive here. I mean, it's like super expensive for here, especially for like what I'm doing, just doing the lives. Because I mean, like so far tonight, Chris from Canada, I think it was Chris. Hold on a second. No, Jacob. Jacob from Canada sent me $10 Canadian, which is $7.59, and I'll probably end up getting probably 70% of that from YouTube. So, if I'm just doing lives with the internet here, it kind of makes it hard to justify, spending $100 a month if I'm not going to make that back in YouTube. You know what I mean? All right, medials. I think I actually have to fixture these. So I'll actually set those up in the vise. I have a sprue that keeps them spread at a constant distance. Okay, so just need a parallel to hold it up. All right, now I just need the parallel to stay in place. The sucky thing about having to do it this way is I'm going to end up handling the parts, 6 times. All right, I need a little block to hold that up. Hold on a second. Okay, so we're going to use a V block, looks like. Yep, V block. Maybe a V block and a parallel. Nope, we're just going to go with a V block. Just got to line these up. There we go. I know project 4 is in construction. Okay, so are you going to do, are you going to end up doing it out of aluminum? Yeah, that'll work. So I did, so right now I don't remember all the specs on your project, but what is the guy's disarticulation? I mean, like, where's he missing parts to? So I normally would be wearing my hand, but my metal salts are all over the place right now. So in the afternoons, my residual limb is all kinds of swollen. And it kind of, right now it's kind of biting on my, it kind of bites on me a little bit. The socket's a little bit too tight. So that's why I'm not wearing it tonight. Kind of same thing last night too. My hand was just too swollen to really wear it and be comfortable. Yeah, I think you're going to find that the plastic isn't strong enough in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I've tried PA12, I've tried PACC, or PPFCF10. They're all, none of them are really strong enough for daily use. I could make them hot swappable, but you know, in the same, I'm not going to be packing around a bunch of different sockets. You know, the thing is, you know, just need to get I mean, okay, so you know, my kidneys are failing a little bit. My liver's kind of sucking. Cancer's a little bit back. So that's part of what my issue is. Okay. So it's just fingers? Where's he out of? Boston. Have you printed in one of my check sockets? I'm assuming you have a 3D printer. So it really depends on, for the socket, if I do really good on my diet and drink enough water and that type of thing, then my handles stay pretty much the same size. But, you know, if we're doing things medication-wise, you know, I'll be all over the place. That didn't help me out any. That made it worse. Oh, that sucks. You know, upper limb specialists are so hard to come by. You know, that's part of why I ended up doing my thing, was just because you know, I couldn't find anybody that really got it. You know, everybody's doing lower limb stuff, which is great. I mean, you know, that's great, but, you know, upper limb is just so, it's so specialized. Yeah, if you can make something that goes around his wrist and tie that to like his current device, that'll help out some. You know, anything to just get more, you know, more suspension. You know, part of the issue that you're dealing with is there's just nothing to get suspension with. You know, he's got the back of his thumb, and really that's about it. All right, guys, should I continue or not? It's looking like I'm broadcasting through a potato. I mean, if you guys want to continue to watch, I'll continue to stream. But, you know, on my second phone, it looks like it's a frickin' potato. Just let me know. Oh, but we're down probably a dozen for the first hole. Then we got 2 more to go after that. And then finish the holes. And then cut off the tie sprue, and then open up the channel, and then finish the tabs. Hey, Timmy, you still there? Timmy? Timmy? No worries. Why don't... Okay, so why don't... Okay, I'm going to run this to an hour. Why don't you call me on my shop phone, and we can talk about this. We can talk about this stuff. So I'm going to run it to an hour, so like a couple more minutes. I'll finish out these parts on the first hole. And then just give me a call on the shop phone. For everyone else, I am so sorry about this being a potato that I'm broadcasting on. Eventually I'll figure out, internet for the shop. Google Acme Works Fabrication and Machine Shop, Central Point, Oregon. All right, I'm going to end it. Thanks, guys.